Hi, I'm Amanda Domingue. My friends call me Mandy, and I'm the owner of Go Travel Agency. We're a boutique customizing travel agency that specializes in focusing on just your needs and what your likes and your dislikes are. So, we like to customize all of our vacations to be an individual fit for solo trips or family trips or group trips. We've done those as well. So, I haven't been a travel agent for a very long time. I've been in transportation for 25 years. Um, but I have traveled. Ever since I was a child, I have traveled from sea to shining sea. I have rode the train up to the top of Pikes Peak, and I've gone down and swam with the stingrays in Cayman Islands. Been to the Bahamas. I've been all over the place. Um, so I have a lot of experience. I've done some one tank trips to local hopping around the United States. So I really understand travel. I know that COVID's going on right now. I know a lot of people are afraid, but don't be afraid. I've actually done two vacations personally since I've been here on COVID or under COVID lockdown. The first one that we did was a 5 state tour, my husband and I, and it was so fun. I tell you, I was actually kind of shocked, to be honest with you, that the other states were not as locked down as Louisiana was. It was extremely freeing. God, it felt so nice just to get out there. Not necessarily that we mingled with a lot of people, but we did sightsee. We had a lot of fun. Our second trip was we did it before the holidays. We went down to Disney. Disney had opened up again, so yay! We decided to go down there. But I tell you what, they were at capacity, and then when we came back, they actually opened up. At the time we went, they were at 25% capacity, and we came back the following day. They went up to a 35% capacity. So Disney's actually opening up more and more. Universal's doing wonderful. SeaWorld, all of them. So yeah, it's worth a trip to get out and kind of spread your wings. It's you're going to enjoy it, and a lot of people are starting to do that. There are quite a few people that kept saying, I don't know about that, travel industry, and yeah, that's kind of dead. No, not at all. Actually, the travel, being under COVID, has really prompted people to do things that they would not have done normally. Um, all those people that said, man, my whole life I always wanted to go to Hawaii, or my whole life I always wanted to go back to Ghana, and or the African safari or anything, and they're doing that. Lots of bucket list trips, because they want to get out. They have quite a few that are taking short visits, like to Nashville, or go see Dollywood, go down to Disney. They're also going, to Texas, or going to see the caves in New Mexico, Carlsbad Caverns. There's a lot of things that people are doing. Don't be afraid. Pack up and go. Pack your bag and go wherever you want to go. There's a lot of people doing it, and you're going to enjoy it too. But give you a little quick story about how I became a travel agency. I worked in another industry for 25 years. And I kept saying, gosh, I sure want to do something else. I'm not sure what it is, but it's time for me to move on. Couldn't think. So my husband and I had taken that trip just before the holidays. We had gone to Disney. So we went into Pop Century. That's where we stayed, and we were waiting in the long line. You know how that goes, right? All waiting for the bus. Well, we start talking to the lady ahead of us, and we're talking about vacations. And she says, you should be a travel agent. Yeah, I've kind of heard that. Thank you, though. I don't know, maybe. Lo and behold, now if you've ever been to Disney, then once you hit the gate, you might have talked to somebody on the bus, but you'll probably never see them again. You might run into them on the bus. You might see them again in the dining area, but and that's only if you're staying at the same resort. Other than that, pretty much you're not going to see these people again, right? Lo and behold, I ran into her several times. I kept running into her and running into her. So I came out, we were on a ride, ran to the bathroom, come out the stall to go wash my hands, and I noticed somebody 2 stalls over. She was coming out the stall at the same exact time. I didn't think much about it. I just went on washing my hands. All of a sudden, something caught my eye, and I'm like, oh, it's her. I'm like, oh, hey again. I'm like, okay. This is like the 4th or 5th time that I've run into you. I said, I feel like I need to ask you something. I don't know what it is though. You know, I'm not sure what I should question you about, what I should talk to you about. I said, but I feel like we keep running into each other. I said, I feel like I need to speak to you about something. She says, I always carry these cards around, but I don't ever hand them out. She says, but I want to give you a card. She says, maybe, you know, you and I can talk. And I said, well, what is it? She says, oh, I'm a travel agent. It hit me like a ton of bricks. You know, all the bells and whistles and everything. Bing, 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 bing. Like I'm in a casino. Holy smokes. I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Thank you. I said, I think this is why. I said, but you know, I said, I have been known to read signals from God wrong before. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to hang on to this card. I said, and if I meet you again, this is not it. I said, but if I don't see you again, thank you very much for sending me on my way. I sent her off with light and love and thanked her very much for helping me in my direction. And I come out the bathroom, I'm like, honey, look at this. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, holy smokes, who would have thought, right? So you never know where you're going to get it. All I could do is think that over and over and over in my head about how I was supposed to become a travel agent. I came home and I started applying. Boop, it all just came together. And I have been so blessed. So apparently this is what I'm supposed to do. And I can tell you what, it's a lot. It's learning a lot. I'm loving it. And I can take something that I enjoy, the actual planning of a trip, and I love doing that. Now I can do it and help other people. So right now, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm actually booking, I'm actually building an itinerary for someone who's going to Norway. You talk about bucket list trips. Oh my gosh. I really want to go to Norway. I probably never wanted to go to Norway before in my life. Thought about New Zealand, but never quite Norway. Holy smokes. It is beautiful and the fun things to do. We're talking once in a lifetime opportunities here. There's a lot to talk about that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video and I'm going to put everything that I've learned about Norway on this exciting trip. I think I'm actually more excited than they are about going on this trip because I'm looking at these wonderful things to book and how much fun. And the cost, I couldn't believe it. Other than the airfare, the actual cost of it is so much less. I really didn't understand that at first. Because I'm so used to here. And things are a little bit more expensive. And no, you can actually go. But I will tell you something else that's come up. There's something now that companies are offering, which are kind of called escapes. So it's like from 2 to 5 days. They're setting up these little miniature escapes, and you can go fly to Paris, and if that's where you want to go on a bucket list tour, and you can do 2 to 5 days. These things are becoming very popular, but you would be surprised how much people are moving around. Don't be afraid, okay? We're gonna have COVID probably forever, but if you go back in history, we've had pandemics. Mankind has had so many pandemics, and you've been able to get through them. We collectively have survived. We will survive again. Go have yourself some fun. Pack you a bag, forget about everything else that's going on, and go. Now, if you want to find out about Norway and some of the other possible escapes coming up that I'm booking, go ahead and like and subscribe because I'm going to be posting. Thanks a lot, peeps. Have a great day.